Let's start with the Jimmy G news.
Right.
What's the league reaction to that sum of money to a guy who started 7 games?
Here's the thing is I understand John Lynch falls in love with him. And he looks at it and says, we've got to make this guy. Are we going to overpay? Yes, if he doesn't pan out. Underpay if he pans out. But also, he's making a commitment saying, we want our quarterback to have peace of mind. So he has this self-confidence that he can go and lead this team with self-confidence. And he doesn't have to sit there and go through what Kirk Cousins just went through for the last couple of years. So I understand everybody's going to look at it like it's overpaying right now. It's just inflation market of quarterbacks. It's nothing new. This has always happened with quarterbacks.
And the details are out. This year, it's almost all-in signing bonus, which allows them a bunch of flexibility.
Well, there's a lot of signing bonuses. Look, there's a lot of guarantees. There's a lot of roster bonuses. The bottom line is they made their commitment for him to be the guy. And when they went and traded for Garoppolo, early on, they looked at it. They're going to start him a couple weeks before they actually did, because early on, they're like, you know what? No, we're going to preserve it. This guy, we really see. He is the future of this team. And Lynch got sold early on because of how much also he's learned behind Brady. And remember, a lot of people don't remember this. John Lynch was in that Patriot locker room. He played for the Patriots. I think he retired a Patriot. So he understands the Belichick-Brady way and how valuable it is.
Jay Glazer, Fox NFL Insider, joining us. Doug Gottlieb for Colin the Herd on Fox Sports Radio, Fox Sports 1. Let's get to the other big NFL story of the week, which is Josh McDaniels changes his mind and remains in New England with the Patriots as their offensive coordinator. What's the league's reaction to that news?
Bad business. Bad business as far as how you go about your business. If you want to make that decision, no problem to spurn a team and stay where you are. But to have other people uproot their families and go there with the Colts, and then for you also, like when I tell you the Colts were blindsided, they were blindsided. I know there were rumors and there were thoughts that were coming out.
But there were, in fact, rumors last week in Minneapolis.
But they kept getting assurances that's absolutely not the case. Remember also they were able to meet with him again, have a second interview, and even these things when they go on. League rules, you can only meet with them one time, but let's be honest. Human nature, you're not going to sit there and go like, okay, that's it, we're not going to talk. And I can't say that they have, but, they definitely were very confident that he was going to be the next head coach of the Colts. And there were teams last year, like, look, the 49ers, they legitimately chose Kyle Shanahan over Josh McDaniels because they thought, not so sure how bought in he is or how much he actually wants to leave or how ready he thinks he is. And when he went around in these interviews, he talked a lot about him getting himself like this life coach or a coach to be able to help him navigate better than the last time he went and he was head coach of the Broncos. But there's a right way to do business, a wrong way to do business, and then there's that way to do business. That's really not the right way to do business at all.
What was the impetus behind him staying? Was he promised something? Was it
even
the
if
whole
he is,
life?
Even if he is, I don't see how being the next head coach of the Patriots is appealing at all because you're following the two most legendary guys ever at their respective positions. What Aaron Rodgers did that's just crazy. I don't expect to see that again in a lifetime. What I mean is you have a Hall of Famer following a Hall of Famer in the fashion that he did it in. I don't expect us to really see that again this lifetime. So for McDaniels to sit, and again, I don't have an issue with Josh spurning them, not taking the job, but he took the job. He took the job and he moved other people and their families out there. That's the issue that I had. It's just not the way you do business in this league.
All right, so what now with Belichick and Brady? We've all read the reports of the rift between the two. They just lose the Super Bowl, but Brady they don't punt the whole time. Some of it comes down to the defense. And, of course, Brandon Cooks gets a concussion early on in the game. That hurt him. Where are we with the relationship, the marriage of Brady and Belichick?
See, I look at it completely different than the rest of the world. They've been together how many years? 17 years, 18 years, right? Almost 2 decades. These guys need to start a marriage counseling class. For what other marriage have you seen that you don't hear anything or any complaints or anything for almost 2 decades? You never see it. You never hear it. So I looked at it going, I can't believe it went on this long. You're going to get on each other's nerves. They're great for each other. They both evolved over the past 2 decades. But I think it's amazing that nothing has ever come up before this. So I am, right now, I'd like to sign both those guys to like a learning annex class. I'm in. I want those guys to do a whole marriage counseling class and teach the rest of us knuckleheads how to go about it.
To coexist this long is
really right. It's amazing.
Really, really, really amazing.
We all looked at the other way going, oh my gosh, there's friction in there. And I'm sitting there going,
how is there not friction?
It took 17 years for anything to come out.
Jay, what do you mean you're in? Are you going to be the one that's counseling them?
No. I'd like to just be there.
You just want to sit in the corner and hear all the dirt.
Yeah, because I get in fights with everybody. So I'm looking to learn how to coexist.
In that case, I'm in too.
Absolutely. Or I'll moderate it. I like to moderate it.
That's good.
Right.
Kirk Cousins now, right? Like he had to be feeling great at the numbers that he saw with Garoppolo. I don't know if he can get, everybody wants to get that $1 more, but he's actually been more productive, started for longer. And I'm sure
that'll be the argument. Sure.
That'd be the argument. Yeah. And everybody in the NFL, they always get that, well, now I'm the highest paid guy. What's the market like in terms of teams for Cousins?
There's going to be a lot of teams for him because when you don't have a quarterback, your life is miserable. When you don't have a quarterback in this league, suddenly you're a knucklehead coach. You can't choose players. Everything is wrong. When you have a great quarterback in this league, suddenly you're a great coach. You know how to choose players, and everything is just rosy and sunshine. So, the NFC Championship game, if anything, didn't just show us how valuable your quarterback position is. It showed us how valuable it is to have a starter and then be deep at that position as well, because it really is. If you don't have a quarterback, look at the Vikings a year ago, 2 years ago to this past season, right? Look at just the difference. They didn't have a quarterback who was able. They weren't able to protect him. They completely different, and all hell broke loose there in Minnesota last year. This year they have two quarterbacks who were able to, give them some spark. And even Teddy just sitting there, and they're a completely different franchise, just how the confidence everybody walked around with it. So does a team like Denver go after him? Yeah. Does a team – I think there's a lot of teams who are going to go after him.
Everybody in Minneapolis said Denver is the spot, right? That's the one that
they're going to go, but I'm not saying they're going to be the ones who get him.
Right.
Right.
Okay, so what about Foles? You have Wentz, but he's coming back off a devastating knee injury.
He'll be fine.
Now you have
he'll be good.
You also have Nate Sudfeld, who supposedly they like, right?
Yeah, but you don't have to do anything with Foles. He's fine.
But his value is the only chance his value is higher is if they wait. What happened in Minnesota?
Right.
They lose a quarterback. They trade him, get a first-round pick. That's the only. But you're
like they did for Sam. So again, I can't tell you what what somebody's going to go out there to give for him. But if somebody comes with a ridiculous trade offer, you have to do it. Do I turn around and shop him right now? Oh, absolutely not. And again, you do have a quarterback. You just said it, coming off of a major reconstructive knee surgery. So you want to make sure you have that peace of mind. You have him sitting there. You already know he can take you to the promised land. The reason why you do these multi-year deals with these quarterbacks is so you can have some of this comfort. And they did it, and Howie Roseman played it perfectly.
Okay, DiFilippo is going apparently to the Vikings to be their offensive coordinator. Frank Reich was the offensive coordinator, and he's been a successful backup quarterback in the NFL, been a successful offensive coordinator, quarterback coach in the NFL. Isn't it just that easy for the Colts? You talk to all these people, but you already have your defense set. Mm-hmm. Don't they make that high? Matter of fact, don't they have the same? They have the same agent.
So they're going to talk to Reich. They're going to talk to, obviously, Dan Campbell, who I love. I love Dan Campbell. I think Dan Campbell is like a Mike Vrabel type of hire, but you have to have good coordinators in for those guys, and even you got to have a guy who's a veteran who's really done it to come in there and be on those staffs. So I think Dan will be a future star. There's a guy in New England, Brian Flores, and I know they won't go down that road again, but he'll be a future coaching star. But thing is, the reason why DiFilippo has so much love right now is because of Sean McVay. Everybody thinks they're going to go get the next Sean McVay. There is no the next Sean McVay out there right now. Sean McVay is so much different. The last time I remember a guy like this was probably Sean Payton, he could connect with the millennials the same way he can connect with Andrew Whitworth, the same way he can connect with Wade Phillips.
Isn't Kyle Shanahan that same guy though? I mean,
not like Sean. No, I think Sean's just a little bit different. I think Kyle is probably more. They're different guys. They're friends. They've both been together, but they're different guys. Kind of different approaches there. Obviously, Kyle comes from Mike Shanahan tree, and Sean McVay just does it his own way. He's impressive. He's a different guy. He's impressive. And the thing, too, is he could get on you, cuss you out, and do whatever you want, and it's okay. He's doing it in a way, he loves me. He's not just trying to show me up.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.